We've talked a lot about mesh networking in the past. I'm not going to retread all of that stuff. We certainly have talked about it a lot. So today we're going to talk about the ASUS ZenWiFi system. This is their AC3000 system. This is basically known as Wi-Fi 5 in the current terminology. And this particular setup, you can actually cover up to 5,500 square feet of your house just with these two little modules. And the nice thing about this system is you plug one into your router or wherever your internet comes into your house, and then you take the other one, you put it sort of the other end of your house, and it'll blanket your entire house in super fast Wi-Fi. This is probably the fastest internet you can get over Wi-Fi within your house. There's a couple things that set this one apart though. One of them is that it actually comes with what they're calling AI protection. This is from TrendMicro, and this is actually at the mesh router level. It protects any external threats coming into your house. So malware, bad links, any of those types of things that if you would just click through and go to do that, identity theft could happen. They could take control of your computer. They can get your passwords, all that kind of stuff. If any of those sites have been identified as bad actors or bad sites, this system will actually block that at the router level. And it doesn't matter what device you have. You don't have to install anything on a computer. You don't have to install anything on your laptop, your smartphone, your smart home device, your smart speakers, or anything else in your house that you use to connect to the internet. The other thing that this particular system does really well is it actually has extra LAN ports. And this is something that's pretty rare actually in some of these hubs. Typically you'll get one or two ports. One will be plugged into your main router, so you actually get the internet coming to this one, and then the second one will basically just be a copy of that. Both of these actually have all three extra ports in addition to what's called a WAN port, which goes to your actual internet provider hub. So imagine taking one of these and putting it in your home entertainment system, plug in your Xbox, your PlayStation, and your Nintendo Switch to have the fastest internet over Wi-Fi, but because it's actually using the mesh network, it's actually probably a little bit faster than what just straight up Wi-Fi would be because it's using the backhaul network between the two devices. So that's really great. The other thing that this particular one does as well is it actually integrates with Google Home and also with the Amazon Alexa system. So if you want to do things like set up a routine where you turn off your kids' Wi-Fi at a certain point in time, you can actually have Alexa do that for you, which is great for that. The other really great thing about this particular one, as well as a lot of these mesh hubs, is that they're all managed by a very simple to use app. You don't have to go through some convoluted web page anymore. It'll walk you through even where to place these particular devices in your house to get the best range. And it'll show you the things that you probably wouldn't have known otherwise, like how fast your internet is and how weak the signals are in parts of your house, that type of thing. So the app is also great for monitoring your system when you're away from the home because it's connected to the internet. Your app is connected to the internet through your phone, so you can actually see and turn off or turn on functionality, reboot your router, all that kind of stuff remotely. It's also good to have these type of remote apps if you're giving this type of a device to, say, a family member and you want to be able to remotely monitor this particular aspect of their home internet because maybe they're not technically savvy and you are always having to go over there and reboot it for them or something like that. This sort of makes that really easy for that. So like I mentioned, this is Wi-Fi 5. This is, the 802.11a and c and all that kind of stuff. They've now called that Wi-Fi 5. The newest sort of buzzword is Wi-Fi 6, which is the faster, more capable, wider options of the bands for the Wi-Fi internet in your house. This particular model is also available in a Wi-Fi 6 version, but I think for the majority of people, the Wi-Fi 5 version is going to be plenty of power for their household and for their needs. You get a lot for the price on this. I mean, it's not inexpensive either. This is still around $400 Canadian at Best Buy or Amazon. And to get the Wi-Fi 6 version, you're looking at another $200 more. So almost $600 for the latest and bleeding edge, when the reality is it's probably still going to be a couple more years before you're actually going to need the Wi-Fi 6 ubiquitously through all your devices. And honestly, most people, when's the last time you actually upgraded your router? Typically you plug it in and you set it and forget it. And that's definitely something you'll get to do with this because you have the lifetime of updates from TrendMicro for the external threats, and it works on all your devices connected to this Wi-Fi network. You also get the gigabit LAN ports, which are super handy for home theater or gaming consoles and anything else that needs to be hardwired. And you also get the integration with Alexa and Google, which is really great too. So again, just sort of take a look at what your needs are. If your house is full of the brand new cell phones, you're going to want to get maybe a Wi-Fi 6 version of this device. But if you're like most people and you have a mishmash of all kinds of different devices, this Wi-Fi 5 system will be fantastic for your house. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. We'd love to have you give a comment if you see anything you want to ask us about. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we have a new video. We do them all the time.